I get asked surprisingly often about my sunglasses. What kind of sunglasses do I wear? And the answer to that is easy. For years, I have only worn Edge sunglasses. The reason for that is that they make good looking glasses that are designed for everyday wear, but they also have a safety rating, which is huge for me because in my line of work and in my life, I get a lot of things flying at my eyeballs, and it's good to know that I have the proper kind of glasses on to protect them. So today I thought it would be fun to do some durability testing and compare my safety rated Edge sunglasses to just some regular run-of-the-mill sunglasses. That's what's going on today on Farmertylerranch. So I've got a variety of tools here that I'm going to be using. We'll start with the more mild versions and work our way up to the more extreme versions. And I'm not sure if any of the sunglasses are going to be able to take what some of these tools have to offer, but we're going to find out. For our test pieces, I've got 3 old sets of Edge sunglasses that I don't know why I saved them, but they weren't quite bad enough to throw away, but for whatever reason, I replaced them and just saved them as extra pairs. For our regular sunglasses, I've got a pair of just gas station. I don't even know if you know what the brand would be, but it's just some cheap ones you get at the gas station. And then I've got some brand name Dragon sunglasses. It should be noted that the Dragon glasses and the gas station glasses do not have a safety rating, and all of the Edge sunglasses do. So I think the first tool that we're going to use here is the hammer. That to me is the least powerful of all of these. We'll just go ahead and whack these lenses and see what happens to them. First up is going to be the Edge Recluse. So you can see the arm broke off of the frame itself, but the lens, it's a little bit scuffed, but otherwise it looks fine. Now let's try the same thing to the gas station glasses. Okay, there's the frames. We lost the lens. There it is. Part of it. Well, the gas station glasses didn't do so well. The frames broke and the lens broke. Okay, I think the next tool we're going to break out here is the slingshot. I've actually never shot this thing before. We're going to give it a try. First up is going to be the Edge Recluse. I'm going to try this again and pull back a little bit further. I'm kind of surprised that they can take this, so let's just try this again. That's pretty impressive. I can't even tell where the BB hit the lens. I actually think that maybe the hammer did more damage as far as scratching the lenses go, but these things are going to move on to the next round. Let's get the gas station glasses and try the other lens. Yeah. Try to do it the same way here. There's not a lot to say about it. The BB went right through there, and the gas station glasses are done. Okay, next up, we're gonna try out this guy. This shoots pellets at 360 feet per second, according to the manufacturer. So it's not a mind-blowing velocity that thing's capable of, but nonetheless, I think it will be perfect for what we're doing. I'm pretty sure I hit the lens that I was aiming for, but there's no visible damage at all, so I'm not sure if I hit it. I'm just gonna shoot it a few times and we'll see if we can get some sort of crack or some sort of mark. So after closely looking at these glasses, I can see that the lens is kind of starting to come out of the frame. So I know I was hitting it, but other than that, there's really no other visible damage to the lens. Let's get the Dragons up here and see how they do. Surprisingly, that broke the frame, but not actually the lens. So that makes me wonder if maybe the slingshot is a little bit tougher of a test than that little CO2 gun. So I'm gonna get the slingshot back out and see how the dragons stand up to it. There we go, that did it. Still held up better than the gas station glasses, but not as good as the Edge. Last testing device is this guy right here. This shoots at 1,000 feet per second. I seriously doubt any of the glasses are gonna make it through this, but we're gonna find out. I am shocked. I did not think that, I didn't even think the Edge glasses were gonna make it through the 1,000 feet per second pellet gun. But look at this. It did pop the lens out of the frame, I grant you that, but that lens, it's got a divot in it, but it didn't break. That's impressive. I can tell right exactly where I hit that lens. I thought for sure that it would break. Let's test the dragons. Oh yeah, that's more what I expected. All right, so what did we learn from all of this? Well, there is absolutely a difference between safety glasses and just regular sunglasses. A lot of times in the videos, you guys see me flip my sunglasses down while I'm using a saw or something like that. And the reason that I'm able to do that is because these are safety rated sunglasses. Now, anytime I do a video where I showcase a product or something like that, I feel like I want to tell you guys that I don't promote stuff just for the sake of promoting it. I'm not just trying to do this to make a little bit of money. If you guys go back to my first videos and I'm wearing Edge sunglasses, the point is the only things that I promote are products that I've already been using and I like, or stuff that once I research it, I realize that it actually is good. So I hope you guys learned something. I definitely did. This didn't go exactly as I thought it would. I mean, I knew the gas station glasses wouldn't last long. The dragons lasted longer than I thought they would, but I didn't think any of the glasses would stand up to 1,000 foot per second pellet. I'll leave a link to Edge Eyewear in the description below. They can do everything from outfitting an entire job site to just outfitting yourself. All right, enough about glasses. Let's go feed some cows. So as much as I kind of hate to say it, I've decided that I need to start feeding at the winter pasture already. And the reason for that is, if you guys saw the last video, the feed over there is very short. And usually when I take them over there, it's stocked up a little bit more than what it is this time. We did get a little bit of rain the other day, so that's good. But we've also got a real cold front coming through. We're getting frost every morning. And I know a lot of you guys where you live, that's not a big deal, but for here, that's cold. And what it means is that that winter grass isn't gonna really wanna grow when we're getting frost like that. So despite the fact that we did get some rain, which the grass needed, I don't think it's gonna grow because we're getting frost. So I think that I gotta go ahead and break down and take, my plan is like 1 round bale every other day, and that should be enough to get them through this stretch. Many of you have asked if the bale wagon is done yet, and no, it's not. It's still got a few more little things I need to do to it, and you're probably gonna see that in some upcoming videos very soon. But for now, what I'm gonna have to do is kind of like I've been doing with the steers, and I'm just gonna put 1 bale in the back of the truck and I can roll it out the back, unroll it for them, and then just let them pick at it for a couple days. This is absolutely motivating to get the feed wagon done because I am going to need it. I'd like to be able to put several bales in there and just go park it and not have to take a bale, drive it out every other day. But until the feed wagon's done, this is what we gotta do. And while we're on the topic of feeders, I thought, I didn't film it, but I did finally get to test out this new round bale feeder in the big corral. And I have to say, it's working exactly like I hoped it would. A lot of people were kind of critical and said that they thought it was too wide, too far apart, and that the cattle wouldn't be able to reach a lot of hay in the middle. And as you can see, those people were right. But while some people might see that as a problem, I actually see that as a solution, because what this does is it allows me to put 2 round bales in this feeder, and then it slows them down. It took them 2 days to get this far, and look how much hay is left. So now tomorrow I can come in here with the pitchfork and spread this all out. I'm now stretching my 2 round bales for 3 days. And if you go back and do the math of the pounds and all that, that's about what they should be getting. If this feeder was narrower and, like, let's say the cows were able to touch noses on either side, I feel like they would just finish this today, and essentially they're just going to be overeating. I'm going to be overfeeding them, and this way it allows me to slow them down and spread this hay out a little bit. Need to get some Redmond salt blocks out there too for those cows. I saw that there was one that I forgot. I left there last year, and they've been licking on it a little bit, but there's just nothing like a fresh one. Well, I gotta say, I'm conflicted about whether or not they actually needed this bale. I walked around out in the trees a little bit. There is some grass out there. There's not a ton of it for sure, but it's just hard to tell, you know? You don't want to feed hay if you don't have to, but you want to make sure that the cows are getting enough to eat as well. And just kind of judging off of the way they're acting right now, they don't seem like they're starving. So that's good. But probably I didn't really need to feed them this bale. Now, like I said, in the coming days, weeks, I don't think this grass is going to grow much. So if giving them a little bit of hay now kind of helps prolong the grass that is here, then, you know, maybe this wasn't a wasted effort. But really, what this really means to me is that I need my feed wagon. I really need my feed wagon to be done, because what happens is when you put a bale on the ground and they're not real hungry, they're gonna waste a lot more than they would otherwise. Now, if it's in the feed wagon and they're not real hungry, they'll just leave it in the feed wagon and they'll come back and eat it when they're ready. So I guess I'll use this as motivation. We gotta get that feed wagon done. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys, and I hope I'll see you again on Farmer Tyler Ranch.